guys, it's Miss Lady Lace here on my Glamour channel, and today I have the next video a part of my pinup posing series where I'm going to be demonstrating a few ways you can pose fabulously on a chair. My pinup posing series is breaking down the art of pinup modeling, which is both applicable to on stage and in your photo shoots. This series already has a whole range of videos available online, including our basic pinup poses, advanced pinup poses, classic pinup poses, arm lines, leg lines, how to pose with our hands, and so much more. I definitely recommend watching at least the basic pose and also our classic lines if you haven't already. Today I'm going to be working with two different types of chairs. I have a standard chair that I'm sitting on right now, and also my beautiful chase lounge in my dressing room office. The first important element is going to be our posture. We want to make sure we have that beautiful pinup posture at all times and that we're creating beautiful angles in our body as we're posing. If we forget these two basic principles, if we sit with our back rounded, it's going to have a very different look. Even if I sat here talking to you like this, which is actually quite comfortable, it is definitely more engaging and more glamorous for us to be in those better positions. When I've spoken about props in the past, there are three ways we can pose with the item. We can pose in a traditional manner. With a chair, we can be simply sitting, or if it's our lounge, reclining on it. Our second way of using the prop is using it as if we were trying to sell that item. So imagining we're a glamorous pinup and we're trying to sell this amazing chair. What sort of poses would suit that best? The third way is non-traditionally, so this can be something silly like posing funnily on a chair, or it could be using the chair in an abstract way. So let's get into our tutorial. We're going to start by standing next to our chair. I'm simply going to place one hand on, the other on my hip, and if you had a shorter costume on, I'm beveling this leg in front to create that beautiful leg line, and we can pose around like this. As I do have this beautiful skirt though, I could pull it up to the side and move that around for the photos. Making sure we're engaging that beautiful posture and remembering the posing for a photo shoot is like a slow motion dance. So just move around and see what feels good. We could come behind the chair and we could lean on it. We could lean further down, tracing down the chair and coming back up. We can lean facing the back and pose around in this area. We could place a leg up onto the chair and be fixing our stockings in this position up here if we're wearing some. We could be playing with our shoe, tracing our leg and just moving through those positions. We'll then take a seat onto our chair. So we can just simply sit down how we'd normally sit onto a chair. Usually we'd have our bum pressed back, we'd relax back and just sit in a normal position, relaxing our body down and just letting our posture relax. While this is very comfy, what we're going to do is adapt this to make it a little bit more pinup. Firstly, we're going to take our body and put this on an angle. This ensures we have that beautiful, nice, demure leg lines, which will be flattering in our photo shoot. It is worth being mindful how the photographer is taking the photos. Remember, whatever body part is closest to the camera will often look the largest. By angling and moving a little bit more forward onto the front of the chair, we're ensuring our body is all in that same dimension to the camera. I'm going to pull up my skirt from this position as that just gives us a nice little leg view and makes it that little cheeky pinup look. We're going to start by working at our feet up. If we have them relaxed down, it doesn't look as airy and light. So I'm going to either take my feet onto demi-point or up onto a pointed toe. In this position, it creates that weightless look, and to add a bit of dimension, we can separate our legs in this position. We want to ensure we're engaging that beautiful posture, and we can take our hands to our hips and making sure we're activating our face. We can move around our arms in a lot of different positions. When it comes to posing in different positions, like on the floor or on a chair, we're using a lot of our basic pinup poses, especially with our arm lines and our leg lines, to create different looks. Starting with some basic legs, we can just focus on the arms, moving through. We could have a prop that we're playing with, looking in a mirror or answering a telephone. From here, we could work on some other leg lines. So I can take my leg up in front and pose like so, or I can relax that leg down and extend my back leg out. I'm going to use the back of the chair and I can lean a little bit more into this pose to create some different looks and different angles utilizing just sitting on the side of that chair. For those feeling a little bit more advanced, we can take our butt over to one side, allow our back to come down, and we can play around with some different silly positions and have a little bit of fun around here. This definitely takes a little bit more practice, and you want to make sure you're well balanced in holding yourself on that chair. For posing on an item like a chase lounge or another lounge, we can apply a lot of our similar principles from posing on our chair. I'm first going to bring my skirt up, which gives it that cheeky pin-up element, and I'm angling my legs off to the side. I'm ensuring my toes are pointed or on demi-point, and I can space them out and pose around and create different shapes with my arms. This would be a great position where you could have a telephone prop, you could be fixing your makeup, or doing something else like this. We can then lie down onto the lounge, and I'm going to work on replicating my classic pin-up leg line. So with that bevel in my leg, so I'm bringing my top leg over the top. I'm going to make my skirt look pretty. I can rest my hand onto the top of the chair, and I can pose around in this position. I can also come to sit up onto my knees, and I can pose in this position here too. I can come forward, sitting onto my side a little bit more. I could jump up to have one leg in front of the other. Like this big floofy skirt, I can really poof it out and have fun posing in a number of different ways. I could also play with some more advanced pin-up poses, so if you're fairly flexible, you could try doing the splits on the chair that you're on. You can do some advanced pin-up poses, like taking our legs up into the air and posing like so. The best way you can improve your chair poses is to simply grab a chair, get in front of a mirror, and see what angles best suit your body. What I'm showcasing today is just a small selection of what you can do with your chairs, and there's definitely a lot more risque and other style poses you can do as well. This has been my little tutorial on posing on chairs, and I truly hope you've enjoyed it and found it useful. If you have, be sure to give it a like and a comment, as that really does help me out. If you like early access to these videos, exclusive content, and to help support me here on YouTube, I do have my Glamour community on Patreon. I'd like to thank all my patrons, but especially my VIP Glamour patrons and Burlesque Glamour students. For more pinup posing inspiration and other pinup fun, I post super regularly to Instagram and TikTok. I'll pop a little link here as well as the end of the video. And to never miss out on my vintage fun, be sure to hit that subscribe button below, and I'll be seeing you all real soon.